A midlife crisis isn't really about buying a sports car or suddenly changing your wardrobe. Those are just the cliches we see on TV. At its core, a midlife crisis is a deep, disorienting collision between who you thought you'd be, who you actually are, and the time you have left. It usually hits somewhere between your late 30s and 50s, but it's less about age and more about perspective. Around this stage in life, the brain starts to process time differently. In your 20s, you're running on ambition and possibilities. The future feels limitless. But midlife is when the clock gets loud. You start to measure time not just by how long you've lived, but by how much time might be left. Psychologists call this a temporal recalibration. It's the moment you stop looking forward and start looking both ways, at your past and your future, simultaneously. The problem is, that's when regret starts whispering. You think about the dreams you never chased, the risks you never took, the relationships that fell apart. Even the successes you did have can feel strangely hollow if they didn't bring the fulfillment you thought they would. You might have built the life you were supposed to want, career, house, family, and still feel this low-grade emptiness humming in the background. That emptiness is often what people misinterpret as failure. But it's not failure. It's awakening. It's the mind realizing that the version of you that made all your earlier decisions isn't the version of you that's here now. You've changed. Your values have shifted, and the life you built for your old self might not fit your current self anymore. Biologically, there's something happening too. Midlife is often when people experience hormonal shifts, changes in brain chemistry, and increased stress from balancing career pressures with family responsibilities. That biological cocktail can magnify feelings of restlessness and anxiety. Add to that the social pressures, seeing peers succeed in ways you haven't, or watching younger generations surpass you in certain areas, and suddenly your identity feels fragile. The instinctive reaction is to try to fix the discomfort as fast as possible. That's when you see the impulsive behaviors. Sudden career changes, new relationships, drastic lifestyle overhauls. But here's the thing. These changes often don't work if they're just surface level. You can change your scenery, but if you don't deal with what's going on internally, you'll end up feeling the same way, just in a different setting. The psychology of a midlife crisis is really about meaning. It's your brain forcing you to pause and ask, what is all this for? Am I living on autopilot? Or am I actually living intentionally? It's uncomfortable because most of us spend years avoiding those questions. We get busy, we distract ourselves, we chase goals without stopping to ask if they're even ours. Midlife strips away some of that noise and demands an honest audit of your life. And here's where it can be inspiring instead of terrifying. This crisis can be the most important turning point of your life if you let it. Because unlike in your 20s, you now have the perspective of experience. You know yourself better. You've failed before and survived. You've learned what truly matters and what's just ego. A midlife crisis is a chance to realign, not to start over completely, but to finally live in a way that feels authentic to you. The truth is, you're not running out of time. You're running out of time to live someone else's life. That's what this crisis is pointing out. And if you have the courage to listen to it instead of running from it, you can come out of this chapter not with a sports car, but with a sense of peace, clarity, and purpose that no external thing could ever give you. So maybe it's not a crisis at all. Maybe it's the wake-up call you didn't know you needed.